On a Tuesday afternoon. Mark Abrams here. I got once beaten 7-1 welterweight Jeffrey Torres, who is fighting this Saturday night in Farmingham, Massachusetts. Jeffrey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, doing perfect, ready.
So you got this fight this Saturday afternoon, taking on Jader Alves. To talk about this fight coming up.
Um, it's gonna be just another fight. I'm gonna go in there and just do what I gotta do, perform, and get this guy out of my way, basically.
Actually, Jader Alves de Oliveira this Saturday in Farmingham at the Sheraton Hotel. Won your first 7 fights, and then last one you took on Josh Wagner. We'll get into that fight in a minute. But the first 7 fights, you weren't babied. You fought some good quality opposition. Kashawn Hutchinson, who's actually a hot fighter now here in Philadelphia, has won like
Mhm.
5, 6 in a row. Jesus Almonte, you got wins over them. Talk about first of all, let's talk a little bit about yourself. What got you involved in the sport?
Um, you know, I don't know, like I think I don't know if it's running the blood or something. Since I was a little kid, like my dream was, you know, just to be a boxer. I was not even thinking about being a world champion or nothing. As a kid, I was just want to just be a boxer, and then I just started when I was I think it was 12 years old when I started back in Puerto Rico, and since then I just kept with it and keep doing it and just basically that.
You had about 70 amateur fights, and you competed at a pretty good level, silver gloves, junior
Uh-huh.
Olympics, golden gloves, and qualifying tournaments. To talk about your amateur career a little bit.
Amateur, it was good. It was fun. I had a good time in the amateur. For a lot of top people around this area and stuff. And I didn't have that crazy ass amateur background, but hey, I'm trained by the best trainer out here, and I'm ready.
Tell us who the trainer is.
Huh?
Tell us who your trainer is.
Oh, my trainer, Luis Rosa.
Very good trainer out of New
Yeah.
Haven, Connecticut, and you spent some time in Philadelphia for a couple minutes. Talk about that experience.
Um, Basically, the time that I was living in Philadelphia, I was a kid. Basically, I was like 6 years old. I was living over there like by 2 years, 2 years over there, and then I moved back to Puerto Rico. So the time I was over there was a little bit time, but my family, I got a lot of family from over there.
Obviously, Puerto Rico, a great boxing island there, and also, I mean, Philadelphia as well. I mean, you were training, in two of the more known boxing areas of the world. How much knowledge did you gain from being in a great boxing place like Philadelphia, and as well as Puerto Rico?
Great. I learned a lot, and everything. I learned a lot from both places, from Puerto Rico and stuff. I learned like, a lot in the boxing world.
What maybe what are there similarities? Are there differences in terms of the style? The teachings, I guess, over there. What can you say about that?
Um, they pretty much I think the same. You know, um, just over there in Puerto Rico, they got a lot of pride. So they fight a lot with their heart.
Gotcha. Okay, then you after that you moved up to New Haven, Connecticut, and that's where you're at now. Talk about this fight this Saturday. You're fighting a guy who's his record isn't exactly one of the best records you're probably ever going to fight. But what I mean, is it tough to stay focused when you're fighting a guy like that?
No, I mean in reality, no, because the goal is still the same. I still got to go out there and perform. I cannot sleep on the guy. A lot of it happens to a lot of fighters that sleep on a guy that they ain't supposed to lose to, but since they step on them, they look bad in the night of the fight. So for me, it's like I still gotta go and I just gotta go in there and perform. So I'm not sleeping on the guy.
Talk again, just real quickly. The last fight, he lost the decision to Josh Wagner. I talk to a lot of fighters, and they tell me they'll learn a lot more in those kind of fights. The fights where maybe you come up a little short than maybe you did in your first 7. Is that the case with you?
Yeah, I learned a lot from that fight, and I think that fight is about to bring the best Jeffrey Torres that ever been.
Now you're with you're managed now. You got DKO Boxing with Jim Kurtz and Dave Dubinsky now in your corner to go along with Marilyn Rosa, who's the wife of Louis Rosa. You got some nice backing. And Jim, I know Jim and Dave came on even after the loss, so that must say that that you have, that they believe in you. What's that mean to you? Coming off a loss, and a lot of young fighters could look at, I had a loss, and what am I going to do? But now you actually got some people actually believe in you, more people to believe in you, because Marilyn and Louis obviously believe in you. Now you got Jim and who are building a real good stable. We're going to talk to some of your other stable mates today. What's that mean to you?
I mean, it mean a lot, them believing in me and stuff. That it mean a lot, because I just came from a loss, and in a situation like that, people start doubting you, and basically taking you from the left.
By the way, where are you driving to?
Huh?
Where are you driving to?
No, I'm just in the car in the parking lot.
Oh, it looks like you're driving. You might be on the road. So
No. I'm in the parking. I guess I'm on my break from work.
okay. Well, what do you do beside box?
I work in Walmart as a part-time job. To keep basically you gotta get that money.
Is this crazy? Every Walmart I go in, it's crazy in there. Is it crazy in your Walmart too?
Yeah. I mean, it get crazy too.
Are,
I think
are,
every Walmart.
are you waiting for they may need you for the holiday season? 'Cause I always see there's a lot of fights that break out there. They may need you to kind of break some stuff up there. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone's fighting over getting the last Pokemon or something like that gift, and
Yeah.
you see those on those videos all the time. What do you want to say to the fans in closing before we let you go?
Um, you know, I appreciate all the love and the support that all my fans have showed since the beginning, and just keep it posted. We still coming. We coming strong, and that loss it don't mean nothing to me. Basically it's making me stronger, and I'm gonna come better.
And where do we find you on social media?
On Instagram, you can follow me as _Jeffrey.Torres, and
Okay,
then on huh?
pretty simple.
Yeah, and then on Facebook, Jeffrey Torres.
There you have it. A very good young prospect. I saw a bunch of your early fights. Me being in Philadelphia, I think I was pretty much at all your early fights when you fought here in the city, brotherly love. You fought in, I believe, Bethlehem as well. You had a
Yeah,
fight over there as well. Good young prospect, 7-1, still just 24 years old, and the best is yet to come for Jeffrey Torres. We thank you for a few minutes of your time, especially on a work day. So go enjoy the rest of your break. Go get some lunch, and best of luck Saturday night. We'll talk to you soon.
thank you. I appreciate you a lot.